Hi, welcome to a small video on dashboard. How to create dashboard in Excel. Dashboard B means graphical representation of data. Easy to read data at a glance. Dashboard show all information without scrolling. Suppose take an example. Mr. X works in an online portal. There were several job seekers registered on that job portal. He had he had to analyze that data and present to his boss in a presentable manner. With the help of pivot table and charts in Excel, he tries to present that data in Excel. Like you see, he had presented his data in this manner. Let's take an example. We had the raw data like ID, name, registration date, age, country, city, and the sex of that particular person. These are all the job seekers who have registered on an online portal. We had split we we split this data into different manner. Like for example, with the help of pivot chart, we split the data based on the registration date. There are several number of job seekers who have registered on that particular date. We can also group that particular data into like group field by month and years. Now we see that in 2016, in the month of January we have 12 registrations, in the month of February we have 10 registrations, and so on. For the same data set, we can also create a chart. Now we see that based on the raw data, we have created the how many job seekers have registered on an online portal by month. We can do the similar things by creating another pivot table for how many job seekers are registered based on city. By default it shows some. We change the value field settings to count. Now we see that there were many job seekers who were registered by different cities. Like for example, we have highest ranking of job seekers registered from Bangalore. There were 28 registrations from Bangalore, and so on. We also can create a chart for that particular city. Similarly, we can also create pivot chart based on the how many people are how many people based on the sex rate have registered on that particular job portal. Like See, in we have January, we have 12 registrations, out of which 3 are females and 9 are males. We can also create the chart for that particular. We can give an example, male versus female. Now we see in that particular chart that how many registrations are done, or how many males are registered as compared to the females on that particular month. Like we see in that we have overall August, are many females who have registered on that particular job portal. Now we can make it more presentable by creating another sheet by dashboard, and we can cut paste all the graphs and move it onto the dashboard page. Now we see that it looks like a presentable manner, that how many job seekers have registered by month, by registered by city, and the male versus female registration done on that particular job portal. Like in the same example, if we change any figure here, uh, like anything from here from January to, we can disable the from, and also in the pivot table we had also given a more nice option given by the Excel 2010, which we have not in the earlier versions, is the pivot table slicer. By the table slicer, we means that we can we can circulate the data in a pivot table in a more easy and effective manner. We don't have to move the data from here to there, or like from filter out the data and based on the rows or the columns in the pivot table, and we can create the subset of that particular range or subset of that particular field. Like for example, in this particular pivot in chart, if we select the slicer and choose the name, city, and click on OK, we'll see that there were two types of slicer we had based on the city and the name. And whenever we click on a particular city, we will get refresh the data or data of that particular pivot table in that particular chart, and we see that by clicking on Chennai, we get how many registrations were based on the city Chennai. Like for example, we also can see that we have also the slicer of that based on the name. If we click on uh, Anand Mishra, and we see that Anand Mishra, how many Anand Mishra are registered on uh, that particular job portal month wise. So we can say that by with the help of the slicer, pivot table slicer, which we get the feature in Excel 2010, we can refresh that particular pivot table without moving the data fields, and we can create the subsets of that, and we can move refresh the data on any on a different parameters. Like for example, we can also create the slicer for the registration by city, and we can see that on that particular slicer, if we click on suppose registration date, and here we get the slicer of that particular registration by city, and if we click on any particular month, then it will refresh that particular data registration by city based on that particular month, how many registrations were done on particular cities in that particular month. Thanks guys, thanks for watching the small video on dashboard. For more information, you can visit www.sinfog.com. Thanks guys, bye bye.